Hello everyone, and welcome to Yoshi 1 Kenobi's Inscription of Abundance burn deck. In this deck, we play one of the good old cards from M21, Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life, and you can pay 5 to give all creatures you control lifelink. And we're going to be pairing this with Inscription of Abundance, new card from Zendikar Rising that has a kicker cost to get all of the modes at once. You can also just pay 2 to get one of the modes. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. A creature you control fights a creature you don't control. Pretty good at instant speed. And the last one. Target player gains X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. If you have Vito in play, this becomes put 2+1/+1 on a creature, fight another creature, and burn your opponent for the largest amount of power you have in a creature, which is ridiculous value for this card. Then what else are we playing? We're playing Lotus Cobra because it's a good 2-drop to ramp. Scavenging Ooze because it grows, it becomes big, it's good at exiling graveyards, and also it drains your opponent for 1 thanks to Vito whenever you activate its ability. We're playing Nighthawk Scavenger. It's already pretty good as a Death Touch flying lifelink creature with good stats, but because the lifelink is going to double its damage, it becomes a huge threat in the air once you have Vito in play. Kazandu Mammoth, pretty staple for this type of deck. Then we're going to the bigger creatures. Polukranos is the big creature. There's nothing like draining your opponent for 12 once you've escaped Polukranos from the graveyard. Garruk, Unleashed, allows you to put some 3/3 beasts to attack to block. You can also pump one of your creature, give it trample, deal a ton of damage from the attack, then drain for the boosted attack to defeat your opponent. As for the rest of the list, it's mostly removal, Bloodchief Stirs to eliminate, Heartless Act, Aggro's Mauling. So let's see this deck in action. We are playing Inscription of Abundance Burn on MTG Arena Standard against Desaparecido. That's risky. Let's mulligan. Now we have the colors we need. So with that one we shall keep. We don't need 2 oozes. Let's open up with the Temple of Malady. Combolicious, but we need... Now we have the Kazandu Mammoth. The Mammoth will get us there. Let's keep Vito. Let's go oozing. Best way to start the game. Well, maybe not the best way to start the game. Pretty good for this deck. We get ooze. We get to watch our ooze die. And then we get to do nothing on turn 3, which is slightly less than optimal. Slightly. The opponent oozes in return. Opponent's mana starved. So we will Garruk. Make a beast. Pass the turn. Opponent eats our ooze. Kill the ooze. Pump the beast. Play Vito. Swing for 6. Brush fire. Alright. We get to kill Garruk. It's disappointing, but it's alright. Let's go Cobra. Play the land. Sure. Hit you for 4. Pass the turn back. Evolving Wilds. Alright, so you get to pump that Brush Fire Elemental quite a bit. Sack it. Opponent's going in for the kill. Well, for the damage, at the very least. And you know what's nice? Just killing your opponent directly with a kicked inscription. Inscription for game. Pump the beast. Fight the Harbinger. Burn you for 5. And kill you. The perfect combo to end the game. And that's how you burn fight in Golgari. We are playing Inscription of Abundance Burn in Zendikar Rising Standard against Solvent, the solver of all problems. Have a lot of weird tap lands. Vito eliminates not the best of combo, but we're gonna keep this. Where do we go first? I think we want to go Mammoth into Fabled Passage for Swamp. Let's do that. Guess that means we get to play Vito in time. Fire Triton. Alright. Start playing against Rakdos. Rakdos Kroxa. Play the castle. Let's all play the Vito. It's not gonna live long. Or as Spock would say, live short and don't prosper. And here comes Kroxa. On turn 4, right on time. Well, we have Inscription. And we have a Mammoth. Which is pretty good. I want to play that Mammoth. So fetch me some green. Play the Mammoth. And pass the turn back. Ah, opponent doesn't have Kroxa mana. Might have misplayed there. Okay, I meant big Kroxa mana. Come on, viewers. You know what I was thinking about. That guy. Although, yeah. Well, there's 2 in the graveyard now, and we don't have any way of exiling Kroxas from the graveyard. So our opponent's been hovering over Kazandu Mammoth like it's meat about to be eaten. And they're going for the Mire Triton. Alright. Well, we have a land, we have a kicked inscription. And that is mostly useless right now. I guess we can burn our opponent for 7. That is something. We kill a token and we burn. Eh, why not? Make a big mammoth. Gain life. Kill off a token. Burn you for 7. Yeah, it's still a fairly good card. Their opponent has a lot of incidental life gain. And some fairly powerful drops. 3 to the bottom. Opponent's looking for Mountain. If we can assemble enough attacking power, we can kill our opponent off of the Vito lifelink. But we've already burned for 7. Our opponent's still sitting at the nice 20 life. When I say nice, I don't mean for us. We might have to go for Castle Lockbane to refuel our hand. Which means I'd have to play the Hagra Mauling. Yeah. Opponent is scared of Vito. That's understandable. Hard casting Bone Crusher. That is too bad. Yeah, let's play this tap. Mammoth's now a 7/7. Opponent has enough for double Crocs. Don't really want to have to discard. So I'll just pass the turn. Blood Chief's Thirst. Yeah, let's kick it. More counters. Gain life. Fight the Bone Crusher. Fight it good. And die. I don't take 6 off of that, but now we're at 30, so we have a fair bit of leeway. We've drawn Polukranos, which is pretty good. We also get to eliminate the Croxa that comes into play, so we don't actually lose a card in hand. And Polukranos is pretty good against the Mire Tritons. I can double check. It prevents the damage, so Death Touch will not work. Here comes Croxa number 1. Probably more like number 4, but. Exile Croxa. Eight cards, so opponent can still play it. 1, 2, 3. We still have 3 left. Try to do it in instant speed. Let's pressure. As we can. Polukranos at 4. Passing the turn. Take the damage. Take the burn. Gee, maybe I should have fought one of the Mire Tritons. I have just enough mana to fight one and Castle Lockbane. Yeah, I think that was a small little misstep there. Yes, I will take the burn. Castle Lockbane, that's Vito. That's pretty good. And we'll fight a Triton. Ooze! Man, are you 1 turn too late? Bye-bye, Croxa. Gain a life. Burn you for 1. The Scavenging Ooze burn. It's real. And he'll pass the turn back. This is funny. If we can get Polukranos as a 12/12, give it lifelink with Vito, it's a lot of damage. Well, 12. Opponent also has Castle Lockbane. But we have the burn card, Scavenging Ooze. Burning our opponent for 1 for every creature in the graveyard. Which I guess is also another option. Although we won't get very far with that. Yes, you may have Polukranos. Guess what I'm playing next turn, opponent? Well, I'm also guessing you're ready for it. Timmy! Timmy for another Kroxa. There's 3 creatures. So we'll probably need to exile the Kroxa with the Ooze. Might be perfectly reasonable to just pump the Ooze to 7. Just over Kroxa. Another Ooze. We only have 3 ticks for the Ooze. Or we can just Polukranos as a 12/12, exile the Kroxa in the yard. We'll leave the creatures if we can. Do I care about the second Kroxa? Not immediately. I think I'm more afraid of an ox hitting the graveyard. Yeah, don't have a kill spell for Polukranos. Okay. So you're going to cast the second Kroxa. Don't really care about that. Sure, you get my Ooze. Burn me for nothing. Because that's a creature. If you don't have a kill spell, we have lethal. Now this one is the tempting one. We really want to block with Polukranos. Because Polukranos is strong. But if we just give it lifelink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you have a 12/12 lifelinker attacking, which will deal havoc with Vito. Yeah, let's go for it. If we draw land, we have lethal because Polukranos can deal damage and fight both with lifelink. So exile your Kroxa for another point of burn. Scratch at the bottom, always a good sign. That's not a land. The opponent attacks for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is the amount of life that we'll gain from our attack. So, Activate Vito. Swing with Polukranos. You have to block, of course. So I guess it's not even 12 points of damage. Hit you for 12. Gain 12. Burn you for 12. And really, these little points of life that we had to gain early on in the game did stack up. You get a Scry. Scry to you. Gain 2. One card to the top. One that has Castle Lockwane, which is quite scary. Uh-oh. That has to be a kill spell. We'll lose Garruk to Croxa. So even though it looked like we were in a good position, it's far from over. Log the zombie. Take a bunch. Oh, the opponent probably needed double black for the kill spell. And we win. So that's how it's done. With Inscription of Abundance Burn, with also Polukranos the 12/12, draining our opponent. We are playing Inscription of Abundance Burn against Thunderpetter in Zendikar Rising Standard. And we have an okay hand. We can go Fabled Passage to a forest into Swamp Cobra. Yeah. Yeah. It's not bad enough to mulligan anyways. I mean, who doesn't like turn 2 Cobra? I guess the opponents of whoever's playing turn 2 Cobras. Most of the time. Opponent is playing mono green food by the looks of it. So we'll see which green deck is going to triumph. Ooh, Inscription. Things just got real. Crashing Brontodon. Okay. And Gilded Goose. They want an Elspeth's Nightmare to Goose is the question. I don't think so. I mean, I can go Kazandu Mammoth. Which is probably the stronger play. Although Nighthawk Scavenger is also pretty nice. Especially with the Inscription of Abundance. Could use it to fight. Let's go to the Scavenger. And pass turn back. Yeah, I'll take the damage. Scavenger is worth more than the Trashing Brontodon. Or at least in this board state. Ram through. Should have rammed through the Nighthawk Scavenger though. Alright, so you have a free Cobra. Because we have the Fabled Passage. Cobra for green. Sack the Fabled Passage for more green. Let's go fetch black for no real reason. Let's Nightmare away that Gilded Goose. We're running out of timing where the Elspeth's Nightmare is going to be useful. Opponent's generating more food. And we're generating 3 points of lifelink damage thanks to the creature now added to the graveyard. Also, if you think Nighthawk Scavenger hits hard, with Vito in play, we're going to be hitting real hard. Alright, what do you have? Oh, land. Oh my, you're in trouble, opponent. Lotus Cobra. Fetch me some green. Although I just realized that Elspeth's Nightmare is going to exile my opponent's graveyard, which really counter-synergizes with Nighthawk Scavenger. Probably need to fix that. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the Elspeth's Nightmares. No, I'll keep the Cobra back. Hit you for 6. Still a ton of damage. Feasting Troll King. So that thing's he's 7/6 Vigilance Trample. And that's about it. And opponent resigns. So what happens here? So we exile the graveyard accidentally. Scavenger becomes a 1/3. Opponent's at 11. We can kick. Yeah, we kick the Abundance. The Scavenger fights the Troll King to kill it. We pump the Kazandu Mammoth to 5. We drain our opponent for 5 from the lifelink. And then we swing and we have lethal. Yeah, we did have game from that attack. But our opponent did not know about the Abundance. I think they just timed out. So let's count this as a cool win anyways. We're playing Inscription of Abundance Burn in Zendikar Rising Standard against Ryu. Yeah, that's a good hand. We have 5 lands and 4 spells. Yeah, I know it's not real 5 lands, but close enough. Let's open up at the temple. That's 1 land too many. We don't want a swamp. Well, we're probably going to fetch it with the Fabled Passage. Opponent is playing Temur. I think now's the time when we're going to fetch that swamp. Time for the Fabled Passage. Okay. Visionary. Temur ramp. That makes sense. So we're gonna have to turn up the pressure. That Kazandu Mammoth seems like a good start. Mostly because it's the only thing we can play. Also, it's a fine card. Cobra's scary. Very scary. That's a lot of ramp. Second Cobra. Alright, well our options are slim. One of which is Garruk with the Fabled Passage double pump the Kazandu Mammoth, give it trample, and swing for a ton damage. Option number 2 is we play Polukranos. Option number 3 is we Blood Chiefsters the Cobra, play Nighthawk Scavenger. I don't think that gets us anywhere. So I'll go to Polukranos play. Of course, the only way to kill the Mammoth is to triple block. Should be really happy if our opponent did. So let's go Polukranos. Come on, no Ugin. Although even if our opponent Ugin did, would have to wipe out their board to get rid of Polukranos. Or maybe scarier things than Ugin though. 6/6 Bone Crusher Giant is not one of those things. Inscription. It's actually pretty good. Kind of want to get Garruk on board first. So if I Garruk, pump the Mammoth, can bring the Mammoth to 9/9. Wait, no, 5 from the land, 8. Polukranos is also a relatively free attack. Yeah, let's go with that line. Mammoth triggers. Play Garruk. One has only one mana left. Well, one land left. Yeah, let's pressure. Pressure with the Mammoth. Good at combat. Hit ya. Also, the Kazandu Mammoth has trample now, which forces the awkward double block. Or chumping with the 7-powered creature. Yeah, that's one way to deal with it. Trample for a bit. Kill off a Cobra because we can. Pass the turn back. Also, it's just too much mana. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That's enough for a Genesis Ultimatum. I assume our opponent would have casted it last turn if they had the Genesis Ultimatum. Bone Crusher Giant. Alright. Bringing the pain to Garruk.
You're gonna be sorry.
Want to stream mana? Okay. Not really. Could play Nighthawk Scavenger. Or we can kick the Inscription of Abundance. I do like kicking that thing. Well, let's start by giving trample to our Polukranos. That's probably what we want. We're gonna attack. Let's see how this plays out. Just blocking with the Bone Crusher. Let's keep our Inscription. Opponent has lands and creatures in the graveyard. So it'll be 2 ticks for Nighthawk Scavenger. Do we want to fight the Cobra? I don't think we care that much about it. I guess we'll have spare mana, so we might as well fight the Cobra. Yeah, I guess we did want to fight it because Polukranos was sitting at 3 simply because of Garruk. That's disappointing. Here comes the -4. We're nowhere near Revival of Polukranos. And we're not playing anything with haste. Well, Ooze is pretty much as good as it gets. Should force Ugin to -2. Which then means that we need to draw something. Did we have Castle Lochwain? We have 2 draws. Draw something that can fight Ugin. Yeah, Ugin has to -2. Unless our opponent has a good removal for Scavenging Ooze. Well, Castle Lochwain first. Aggro Smalling. Alright, well. Let's gain a life. Oh boy. I didn't want to see that. Genesis Ultimatum. Bone Crusher and 2 cards. It's not the best. Drawing the Ooze is very good though. Because now Ugin can't snipe it. So we'll take 3.
Ghost fire.
Cobra comes in.
My greatest creation.
And I'm not overly worried about that. Opponent passes the turn back. Let's take up Ooze first. Ooze is at 3. Opponent didn't seem to have a trick in response. So we're gonna kill the Bone Crusher Giant. I'll take 2 in the process, but that's fine. Now we're gonna kick in Abundance. Actually, let's pay this in a very specific way. Or we keep double green up. Kick the Abundance. For everything. Opponent has nothing to defend it. Alright, and now we have to kill Ugin, because otherwise Ugin kills the Ooze next turn.
I learned much today.
And of course there's another Ugin.
And fleeting. Cherish what little you find.
Good news is we get to Polukranos next turn. Might as well gain a little bit of incidental life. Just a little bit. Turn Timber Symbiosis. Let's see what we get out of that roulette. Polukranos has a higher converted mana cost, so we'll play that. Another Genesis Ultimatum. Now you're asking a lot. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, trying to survive 2 Ugins and 2 Genesis Ultimatums is a little too much. Turns out it is. Terror of the Peaks is gonna blow us to smithereens. And that's how it's done for Teamer Ram. We are playing Inscription of Abundance Burn on MTG Arena Standard and Zendikar Rising against the Human Torch. What are the odds that that player is playing red? Alright, that's good. Lands, Ooze, Mammoth. Oh, okay. Mono black, the super aggressive list. We have our combo. You have Inscription and Vito. We'll take your beating from the Scorpion. Second Scorpion enters the fray. We will play the Scavenging Ooze, passing the turn back. The Ooze is gonna die. Oh no, Skyclave Shade. Alright, Ooze is gonna block. Or will not get the chance to. Well, let's pay some life. Get a Mammoth out. Pass the turn. You may hit us with a shade. Alright. Turn 3. Turn 3 Temple of Malady. Pump that Mammoth. Pressure you with the Mammoth. Opponent blocks. Drains us for 2. We play Vito. Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Swinging with the annoying shade. We will take it down to 8. Meyer Triton. Thankfully the opponent is kind of starved. So do you want to kick him while he's down? Probably. Or do you want to Garruk Unleashed? I think we just want to Garruk. I really want to have something to block that shade. And the 3/3 beast just very good at that. But Meyer Triton's also a good blocker. Alright, opponent passes the turn, so we'll exile the Scorpion. Just a little too bad that our opponent's a bit of a punching bag right now. But this turn is going to make it all worth it. Fetch a Swamp. Blood Chief stirs the Triton. You have +3/+3 and trample to our Mammoth. Swing with everything. In the end, it doesn't really matter. And now we kill you. Inscription of Abundance kicked. Mammoth, drain you for 12, fight your shade, gain 12 life. Boom. And that's how it's done. You just got burned. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It won't cost you any mana, and it greatly helps to support this channel and keep the awesome videos coming. Until next time, may the fun be with you.